it's Diana from It's Only Makeup, and I'm back again with a cooking video. I'm preparing my healthy curry shrimp. A couple of days ago, I posted a picture on Instagram of a delicious healthy curry shrimp recipe that I made, and you asked me for the recipe. I thought I'd do you a solid and cook it for you. How easy, right? This is an easy recipe. There are only a few ingredients. I'll tell you exactly how I did it. You'll have this cooked and ready to eat in about 15 minutes. I don't use exact measurements. I'll show you what I include in this recipe and how I cook it. I start with white shrimp, the 3135 white shrimp. And in case you don't know what the 3135 means, it means that's the number of shrimp per pound. So I have 3 pounds of 3135 white shrimp. I've washed them very thoroughly, and I also include apple cider vinegar in the wash. I do this with all of my meats. I always clean meats and seafood. I wash them really well, but I also include the apple cider vinegar in with the wash. For the seasoning mixture, I've added some Kosher Sea Salt, Flavor God Seasonings, and that's it for the seasonings. I don't add much salt because I always use garden vegetable broth as the liquid in the food. Because it already has salt in it, I don't add a whole lot of salt to whatever I'm preparing. I'll also be adding minced garlic and curry powder, sliced onion, and Scotch bonnet pepper. Fire, baby. This is fire. This ain't nothing to play with. This Scotch bonnet pepper is hot as fire, and it will burn your tail. We love it. We love hot and spicy. I put the whole pepper in there. This is something that you can exclude from the recipe. You do not have to have it spicy. We love it spicy, honey, because we are hot, hot, hot. But boo, you don't have to have this in there. I sliced up the Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm going to slice up some of the onion. Come with me as I slice it up, and as I cook it, I'll show you what I do.
Mesmerized by your voodoo, appreciating all that you do. Me and you, I'm thinking, who knew? At some point I may need to stop running and lose you. Sunshine, I've been waiting for you. It's been a minute since you rolled through. I know it might seem like I'm running, but you keep coming back. Got what I lack, made me a fan.
Here I have the seasoned shrimp, the sliced onion, and the sliced Scotch bonnet pepper. Let's get cooking. Okay, so let's get this party started. I have preheated some coconut oil, and this is about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And to that, I'm adding 1, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, the sliced onion, and I'm going to let this cook until it gets aromatic. Now that the garlic and the onions have gotten aromatic and they've gotten a little bit soft, I'm going to continue to season this. I'm going to add this curry powder that I found at Publix called Chief Curry Powder. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to sprinkle this in the pan. Just eyeballing it. I really enjoy curry powder, so I added quite a bit there. And then I also have this reggae country style, hot Jamaican style curry powder. I'm going to add a little bit of this as well. I do have Scotch bonnet pepper, so that's going to make it hot. But I also like to add spicy curry powder. And you can increase or decrease the curry powder to taste. That's always something that you can add. I do like to add the curry powder at this stage so the curry tastes cooked and not too raw. Now remember, I'm using 3 pounds of shrimp. You may not be using that much, so you have to adjust your recipe based on the amount of shrimp that you have. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the curry powder. And just let this cook for just a few minutes. Now that I've let the curry powder marry with the garlic and onion, I'm going to go ahead and add in my garden vegetable broth so we can start making a liquid. And this is not measured. I'm just putting it in to taste, and I'm just eyeballing it. Want to make sure there's enough liquid so that when the shrimp gets in, it'll have enough liquid to cook the shrimp as well. We're going to let this come back to a simmer. And it's getting hot now. It's smoking. It's getting ripe for the shrimp. Once it starts bubbling and getting nice and smelling aromatic, it's time to add them good old shrimps. And just before we add the shrimp, we're going to go ahead and add the Scotch bonnet pepper. Again, this step is optional. You do not have to add Scotch bonnet pepper. We love it. We add the seasoning. We add the, not the seasoning, we add the seeds, we add the stem, we add it all. Scotch bonnet pepper has been added. Now comes, ta-da! We add the shrimp. We want to make sure that we turn the shrimp in the curry so that they get nice and coated. Now that we've added our shrimp to the onion, garlic, and the curry, along with the Scotch bonnet pepper, baby, we're going to let this cook. If we need to add more liquid, we'll just add some more of our vegetable broth. But we're just eyeballing it, so there are no exact measurements. But you'll see, you'll need some liquid. If you need to add liquid, you need to do that. But the shrimp are going to cook on its own. They're going to turn pink. And once they turn pink, they're ready to go, honey. This dish is fire. Okay, our shrimp have been cooking now for about 7 minutes. Let's see what deliciousness this holds. That smells amazing. Woo! Can't wait to dig into these, baby. These are perfectly done. Shrimp don't take but a few minutes to cook, and you don't want to overcook them because you want them to be nice and tender.
Mesmerized by your voodoo, appreciating all that you do.